What are we, which way are we facing?
Artist Alley vloggers be like.
Am I in frame? Can you peek and see if I'm in frame on that?
I'll cut to this, and then you all will be looking at the card, and you'll say like, and then you'll look back at me after saying,
Who let this happen?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley, and this is the Lay Spirit Designs booth at SacAnime Winter 2025. There's lots of new stuff at the booth this year. There's always new stuff at SacAnime. And of course I got a new microphone. Hopefully it sounds okay and not like I'm talking into a tin can, but let me show you all the changes. It's a full booth this weekend and I'm super pleased about that. So we have all of our mystery bags, two different kinds of $20 mystery bags, $10 mystery bags. Hidden a little bit is the $5 mystery B-grade pins. We have the mystery bags for the potion shakers, which are all right here. We have our keychains, our enamel pins, sticker books, and then we've got washi tape, all of our sticker sheets and sticky notes, and of course the brand new sticker board. And I'm moderately pleased with this. It is what it is for the time that I put into it, which is super last minute. And of course we have some boys.
You know what's funny is
I actually think that this is the same type of flower as the very first one that you got me. Okay, it is 5:30. I don't actually know. It's been pretty steady today. It is Friday, of course, and I don't think I mentioned it earlier. Usually we try to get in early enough on Thursday night to set up, and that didn't happen this time because I had like the worst luck Thursday trying to get prepped and everything. But we had to load in this morning in the rain, which was so great, as you can imagine. Somehow my hair survived. But it's been pretty steady today. I would say it's been slower than it usually is on Friday for SacAnime. And I know there's a little bit of different stuff going on, like they have the panels and stuff going on across the street in another building, which is new. And it's also really close to New Year's. So usually it would have fallen probably next weekend. Like I think last year, Sac Winter was like the 6th through the 8th or something like that. I'll put correct dates up on the screen. But yeah, so I think maybe people aren't in town yet. So I'm hoping it's going to be busier Saturday and Sunday. But for those of you who have stopped by, thank you so much. For those of you who have participated in our very cute stamp rally, thank you so much.
You gotta see these cosplays.
We have a full group of cryptid cosplayers, friends. You guys want to name yourselves off? We have, yeah, and Mothman, Nessie, yeah, and the Jackalope. Are you just a cryptid hunter? Yeah! I moved my YouTube stamp rally card stuff to right in the front so you can see all of our little guys down there. And at least then people who are checking out can be like, oh, then there's this going on because there's my square reader. So hopefully that will have a little more interest from the stamp rally because we have super limited of these. Day 1 is in the books. We'll see you guys tomorrow for day 2. Saturday morning. It is just before 9. It is 42 degrees outside, and there's so many people.
Ingredients for ratatouille.
Anybody would have a place for me to stay.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, guys, for day 2. It is, I think, an hour in already. I've been scrambling doing all kinds of stuff this morning. But I wanted to talk a little bit more about Friday. So I ran our numbers and we actually weren't that far off from what we did on Friday in Sac Winter 2024. But there was definitely not a lot of people, like just, especially the B-roll that Ryan got for me. It just felt like there was not the crowd that there usually is. So I guess it's nice to still be making money, even if the people aren't physically here. But it is also right after the holidays, and it was a Friday, and maybe people didn't have work off. There was a lot of theories going around. But people are in here, they're shopping, and it seems to be a pretty steady Saturday so far. So we'll see how day 2 goes. It is a little over 4:30, I think. I think it's almost 5. So there's a couple hours left in the con. And I will say for Saturday, it does feel a little bit slower than usual. And checking our numbers, we are, I think, a little bit more than halfway to what we made on a Saturday in SAC Winter 2024. So I think it is just a matter of circumstances this year. There's been a lot of elements that would make for a slower convention, but we'll never know exactly what it is. Either way, there's still been a great amount of traffic, and of course, thank you to all the people who came by, and thank you to our repeat customers who always come by and see us at SacAnime. We are so grateful for you guys, and we'll see how the rest of the day goes.
It's the Grinch! Woo!
10 more minutes of day 2. I'm so tired. And if you guys, by the time you see this, it will already be over. But if you follow me on Instagram or were there, you'll know that I made an extremely last-minute decision today to be at ALA next weekend. I'll be sharing a booth with Kelsey Kishi Draws, so it's going to be absolutely wild vlog content, finally in our collaboration realm, I suppose. But I made all of that decision today, and I used the last of my brain cells to make that decision and work out all the details. So I guess I hope I see you guys at ALA, but good Lord, do I want my bed.
One of the dad.
So I give you a lot of props to you, honestly. I was falling backwards. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll pick you up. Oh, so sorry.
The content creators creating content. Huh? What clip? I don't know what you're talking about.
From the front.
Which way are we facing?
Artist Alley vloggers be like.
Ready? 1, 2. Yes. 2, 3. That sounded sick.
The one you did at the very end had more of the card in it, but it still shows that it's all freaking damaged.
Okay. Let's try to do one where it's more.
Okay.
Good morning, guys, for day 3 of SacAnime Winter 2025. So it is a little after 10:40 right now. VIPs and general attendees are all inside the building, but let's take a look at how the booth is doing. So we have some sold out stickers here. This actually got flipped, but we are all sold out of my purple shaker bottles. These have all been sold out for a while, but the last one I sold was my very last bubble frog. We are all out of $20 mystery bags. There's a few, well actually I think there's one back, but there's plenty more mystery bags of all the other sizes. We sold the last passport sticker book just now. Washi tapes are doing well. I think, are we out of Pixel Sky? Are we out of Pixel Sky washi tape? Oh, well also here's this guy. Pixel Sky. We're out. What about Nightcrawler? Out of Nightcrawler? Stickers are moving, so we're out of some of our washi tape, but yeah. Let's do day 3. So it is 4 o'clock on the last day, and I think we're actually really close to the numbers that we did for Sac Winter 2024. So this will be the first day of all 3 days that we've done the actual amount that we did previously. So I think a lot of people just have waited today to spend.
Hello, viewers.
So 2 hours left, and then we get to go home, and I get to prep for ALA. All right, that is a wrap, you guys. We are at the end of day 3 for SacAnime Winter 2025. I am exhausted. I'm gonna have 2 days to prep for ALA before I have to leave on Wednesday. So I will see you guys.
Final call, 5 minutes. Maybe even less than 5 minutes. Packing it up, get ready to go home. We love to see your beautiful faces, and we hope to see them for the summer show.
Woohoo!
Happy SacAnime 2025!
Yay! And hopefully I will see you guys at ALA, and if not, I will see you in back-to-back Artist Alley vlogs. And don't forget to stay tuned for the end of the segment where I talk about the profits and expenses I made at this show. Bye!
Hey, squad. Lori. Hi. Squad. Time for the group photo. I wonder how many vlog cameras will be propped up for this photo.
Here. Right there. I know you're trying to get.
Oh, time for the picture. Cheese. Come. Okay, ready and pose. And pose. And pose. And jump. Woo!
That's crazy. I did not expect you to actually say jump.
All right, SacAnime is over. I am still exhausted, and it has been, I mean, probably not from SacAnime, probably from doing ALA immediately afterwards, and I will talk about all the details of that in the next vlog. As you can hear, my voice is a little bit better. I had lost my voice after ALA, and it's taken me so long to like push these vlogs out because I've been so tired and not well and trying to rest and recoup my voice. It is literally, I think, a week after I lost my voice, and I'm still like just barely getting it back. Anyway, let's dive right into SacAnime overview. So SacAnime was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the very first weekend of January 2025. I think that was the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. It is held at the Safe Credit Union Convention Center in Sacramento, California. We sold over 660 products at this show. And usually winter is the slower show versus the summer show. And we always end up feeling that in some kind of a way. So we sold 660 products this show. Our best sellers were die cut stickers at 172 individual stickers sold. My best selling individual item was my starry bottle for my potion shaker charms. I sold 26 of those bad boys. That was the most I sold of anything else, like any single item. And my worst selling items were my acrylic keychains. I only sold 3 of them. Those are kind of going with enamel pins. Like once they're gone, they're gone. I'm not gonna restock them anymore, and I'm really only keeping them around and not shoving them into mystery bags because I don't have like something quite yet to put in their place on my display, so they're just kind of a pretty placeholder. But yeah, they are starting to go away, and when they're gone, they're gone. Just some other general things about the convention. It was really super rainy on Friday, which I believe I talked about. Like we had to load in the rain, which really was not fun. I was kind of grumpy that morning, and some of the things changed, and I'll talk more about this soon. Some of the things changed with like the general layout of the convention. I think some other panels and things were in a completely different building, so people had to leave the convention hall to go somewhere else for certain panels. But I don't have like all of the actual details on that, so take that as you will. Some pros from this show, for us personally. We were only $200 shy of meeting the same amount that we made in the winter show for 2024. So that was kind of a big deal to us because it was significantly slower this year than it was that time last year. As always, I got to see a lot of my artist friends and hang out, and we went to dinners, and there was a lot of collaborative social media content being filmed, which is really exciting. And I think mine's all coming out like way later than theirs. Everybody else already put their vlogs up, so hopefully mine is still relevant and worth watching. And I got to experiment with the new sticker display, which I'm gonna go ahead and talk about now. I didn't like it at all. I don't know that I'm gonna use it anymore. I might use the sticker sheet one, but the die cut one, it didn't feel stable enough. Like I kept worrying that they were gonna pop off the boards overnight, and I couldn't put as many sticker designs on each tray as I thought I could without it being really heavy and actually risking coming off, and it cast a lot of shadows. So it's back to the drawing board for how to display my die cut stickers in vast quantities. I have kind of an idea of what I want to do, and it's just going to be a matter of testing it out. Into the cons for this show. Since this one was so immediately after the new year, it was absolutely exhausting to go into one of our biggest shows of the year immediately after the holidays. Like I feel like I have been working my butt off since like mid-December, and I haven't had a chance to like slow down and really start the new year. So like I am totally thrown off. I don't have a routine. All the things that I was set out to do for 2025 immediately like totally up in the air. And it's really frustrating to be like that kind of thrown into it. And attendance was really, really low, like scary low. And I'm not sure, I know there was a lot of my other vendor friends who maybe didn't make their table back and did way worse this year than they ever have. So we were super fortunate to only be a couple $100 shy of what we made in 2024. And I genuinely don't know if the attendance had to do with the close proximity to the holidays. Maybe people like couldn't get the time off or weren't in town because of the holidays just ended, or if it's the economy, if it was the weather, if it was the layout of the convention itself causing people to seem like they were more widely dispersed and not like packed into one room like they usually are. I have no idea. And something that SacAnime has been doing over the last few years that I can take note of is they keep kind of changing the general layout of the convention a little bit at a time every single show. And the show happens 2 major times a year, the winter show and the summer show. And I think the spring show uses a completely different convention center, so I'm not counting that in this. But every show they do change it a little bit, and I feel like while the changes are usually good, there are obviously some changes that are going to be a little bit of growing pains, and I'm not sure if this is like confusing to attendees. I need to do a little bit more research and ask people for the next show. But yeah, it just like it keeps changing, and I worry that a show that tries to change too much too fast is like on the outs. But I don't feel like SacAnime is on the outs. It's always one of our very favorite shows. So I'm gonna go right into talking about my profits versus expenses. And if you guys are new to this channel, this is the section where I discuss in percentages the full amount that I made at the show and the amount that I spent to be at this show. And if you want to know all the actual details, I post the uncensored pie chart for $5 or more on my Patreon, and you can go in and check those out and also see all of the other artist alleys that I've done a vlog for in this format to see what my profits versus expenses were for that. Without further ado, here is the pie chart. And again, it's not a bad pie chart, and you will see a new little section on there, and that's because technically in Holiday Fair I started this, but I am officially accepting Venmo as a form of payment at conventions. I don't remember quite why in the past that I was so staunchly against using Venmo, but for the people who are having like internet issues or literally that's their only form of payment, like this has been a huge relief. So I have finally officially like made a new business card thing, which I'll show in the next vlog, that has my QR code for Venmo on there. And it's just been like a really nice way to extend the options for the buyer. But as you can see, people still prefer to use their cards when they can. And I still am using my own Wi-Fi brick, so I don't have to rely on spotty cell service or the very spotty convention Wi-Fi that's also very expensive. And a very small part, I think there's like $30 worth in the other category that was the cost that I spent on Wi-Fi, but that's a 30-day Wi-Fi package that I will have used for SacAnime, I used it for ALA, and I'm going to use it for my first convention in February. So that's going to cover me for 3 conventions. Card was the favored, followed by cash and then Venmo. The hotel was actually really, really cheap this time. I don't know why. I usually spend like $200 more on the hotel, so I was really excited to get it as cheap as I did. Food is usually one of our higher costs, and the table cost is one of the cheapest ones for an 8-foot table at a major anime convention in California. So that was, you know, another big one, but not. I think the highest thing on here besides the hotel was the collected sales tax, so that's gonna go right back to Uncle Sam. And yeah, parking is usually what it is, and we spend almost nothing on charging, so yeah. Remember, you can check out my Patreon for $5 or more to see the actual dollar amounts I spent and made at that show, and all of the other shows that I've done in recent years. You can obviously see that I'm still very exhausted. I thought I was going to have the energy to sit down and do this and then also edit this vlog in one go, so if it is up later than I anticipate, then it is what it is. You'll see me when you see me, I guess. There's not much else to say except for look out for the ALA vlog that's going to immediately follow this one. And by immediately, I mean like in the next week. But I will hopefully be having that done and ready and up, because there's a lot of other vlogs that I need to get to because we have a very busy February. Ryan and I will be back in Tokyo for a little just couples vacation because I didn't have a vacation at all in 2024. So I was dying to go back, and we just have a lot going on. And so I have tons of vlogs that I'm trying to make and edit so that you guys aren't missing any content while I'm on vacation. So I'm gonna stop yapping because it's irritating my voice, and I will see you guys in the ALA vlog. Thank you for watching. Bye!